Hi and welcome to the Restaurant Guru, designed to help you make more money, save you time and give you less stress. Welcome to the Masterclass series, episode 3, quantitative research, or if you prefer, surveys. Now surveys are a fascinating subject. They get into the detail of what people feel about your business. Unusually, they are not implemented by independent restaurants. Major chains do surveys at all times, and because it's unusual for independent restaurants to use them, if you use a survey, you'll be setting yourself apart from the competition. The whole point about surveys is to allow you to focus on the key issue about happiness and satisfaction. The interesting thing about guests is they remain silent if they're happy, and they remain silent if they're unhappy. And the only way to really find out what's going on is to ask them the question, because in the course of a normal day you get very little in the way of feedback. So surveys is a way of lifting the lid of what people really feel and believe. At the end of this, I'm going to offer you a sample questionnaire free of charge, which you simply download. But in the meantime, just a few tips. I would always use a paper questionnaire rather than an app, because the electronic one tends to put people off a little bit. And also, by having an A5 bit of paper, it reassures them that the questionnaire is not going to be too long and too time consuming. Don't ask more than 10 questions. That should be your maximum. Again, people are very concerned about wasting their time, and 10 questions is something which they will happily go for. Keep the English simple. Don't use big words like purchase when you say buy, or big words like marmalade when jam will do, but keep it simple. Recruit people when the bill payer asks for the bill. At that point, offer them the questionnaire and give them an incentive, something like give them a place in a monthly draw for the prize of £25 or £50 worth of vouchers for your restaurants. In terms of the sample size, you don't need to do many more than 50 a month. Put into some sort of context, when I was doing research for a huge shopping centre, the sample size was about 300. So 50 will give you a really good, accurate feel for what's going on. But the important thing is to repeat them at regular intervals. It could be quarterly, monthly ideally, but what you want to do is to track trends. And in terms of the actual questionnaire, well, the issues are first of all to deal with the pattern of visits, the frequency, how often they come. This is a critical statistic which we'll use later on when talking about other aspects of the Restaurant Guru methodology. Look at attributes. The key attributes are things like speed of service, quality of service, friendliness of welcome, temperature of food, choice of menu, etc. So look at each of those and get a score for each of them on a 5-point scale, where 5 is fantastic and 1 is terrible. And then get a weighted average of those, and I'll come back to that in a second. Avoid open-ended questions. They are time-consuming and people tend to skip them anyway. In the sample questionnaire that I'm going to give you, I think there are 2 open-ended questions, and the rest are multiple choice. And multiple choice is the fastest way to get results. In terms of calculating weighted average, a very quick introduction. We asked 50 people for their view on the friendliness of service. 30 scored at 5. 30 as a percentage of the 50 is 60%. So to get the weighted average, you multiply the score 5 by the percentage 60 to get a 3. I hope that's clear. You then add them up along the bottom and it comes to 4.3. And 4.3 is a score better than 4, therefore no immediate action is required. If you're getting 3.7s, 3.6s, you need to act. And again, the survey will provide information, because the open-ended question will say, if it's a low score, why is it a low score? Anyway, that's it. The questionnaire is available to you, so it'll save you some money. If you have any other questions, send me an email, give me a ring. I'll happily answer your questions. If you want to know a wee bit more about me, check me out on the Restaurant Guru website. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed episode 3, and I look forward to seeing you again, as it were, in episode 4. All the best. Bye-bye.